Oh, my ears won't pop. I'm sick. Welcome. Hi, YouTube. What's up? Man, I'm sick. I've been sick for 3 days now. I don't get sick. I don't get sick at all. It's just not what my body does. But I've been sick. I caught something right before Memorial Day, and I've been kind of down for the count since Sunday. Today is Tuesday. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna film a video about me being sick. Though I don't feel good. I feel like shite, and I look like it too. I really want to read a book, and I thought, let's do a book challenge. So. Oh, water's my saving grace. I want to read something, but I don't want to read the things that I'm currently reading for other projects. I kind of want something exciting. You know what I mean? Something that's just kind of short. Hi. The bookshelves. Okie dokie. We can read a classic, but they're not necessarily exciting. How big are you? Oh my, you're a big book. Not yet, not yet, not quite yet. Why is this so bloody hard? Do I do Stephen King? I do believe I found it. Final Girls by Riley Sager. I know he's generally regarded as like a thriller author, and this is found usually in the thriller section. But the back of the book, very slasher film vibes, and I'm kind of wanting something exciting. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But before we get into it, I think I need to eat some food. Hello, people. I took a shower because I was feeling like garbage. And wouldn't you know it, I'm also extremely hungry. I tend to not eat as much when I'm sick, but I got a little surprise at the door. Today's sponsor, Factor. Oh, this couldn't have come at a better time. Factor. Do you have nutrition goals? Well, Factor makes meeting those goals even easier by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Their team of gourmet chefs create every single meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best every single day. Do you have summer fitness goals? Then look no further than Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Oh my goodness. They blow my mind every single time. Sun-dried tomato chicken, queso fundido or ground beef with cilantro cauliflower rice. Want to crush those wellness goals? Well, look no further. Factor has dietitian-approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, or simply eat well balanced. Head on over to factor75.com or click the link below and use code Gubeli50, that's right, Gubeli50, to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. Though I've been sick, I have not been unproductive. I actually did just upload a video that will be going up this afternoon in just a few hours. You'll definitely see that. I think it'll be the video right before this one. But I'm not gonna immediately jump into the book. I'm gonna eat my food, watch something, relax, and then we'll get to work. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so it is about a serial killer and those that survived his attempted attacks on them. We're just gonna get into it. I kind of would rather just go in blind. We're cozy, we're comfy, we got our Ashland-made blanket. We also have toilet paper. No, I am not sick in that way. It's not that kind of sickness. It is for blowing my nose. Was that a prologue? Is this gonna be like a then and now kind of thing? Oh yeah. Holy crap. Wow. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. Insane already. You got my vote, Riley. heavenly. Okay. Final Girls by Riley Sager. I'm on chapter 5, page 38. The thing about books like this, they're so fast-paced. They're so freaking fast-paced. That's really what I wanted. I wanted something that was quick. I didn't really have to think about it. It was engaging and enthralling at the very onset. So we follow Quincy Carpenter. She's the survivor of a brutal homicide. We get a little bit of her backstory. The way Riley Sager's doing this is he's kind of doing a then-now timeline, which I really like that trope. I've come to find out that that's one of my favorite. In the now sections, it's Quincy telling the story first person, but then in the then, it is strictly third person. But the most important thing about it that we get from her is that because of her story, she came in contact with 2 other women who had pretty much the exact same experience, where they were the sole survivors. And Quincy, she didn't want to make herself feel like a victim. She didn't ever want to be a final girl. The back of the book says that she's about to get a visit from someone. We're gonna get some, then Riley Sager's gonna get to business. And I'm very excited for that. It's so flippin' entertaining. Hello, it is the next morning. I am still alive. Wow. So I'm on page 70, page 70 on chapter 9. There's been some slow revealing. Riley Sager is not one of those authors that tends to want to take his time. He wants to kind of just throw you off the cliff and see where you land with it. And knowing him, there's not going to be one, but there's probably going to be multiple climaxes and plot twists. So enough sick rambling. Let's get to another montage. And I'll pick back up with you when I'm done. Look what Ashton made me. It's honey matcha. It's warm.
With cinnamon.
Ooh, yeah. It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, bro. It's so good.
Aw.
It definitely breaks up what's going on down there. I do have a theory about what's going on here. I don't trust Sam. I don't trust her. I think that's done on purpose. Very slyly done by Riley Sager. She's supposed to be on the side of our protagonist, but I feel like she's one of 2 things. She's either a murderer or someone that's going to distract us from who the true killer is. But I feel like she's the reason stuff is going to start hitting the fan. So I'm wary of Sam. I don't really enjoy her. I don't like what's going on with her, but I'm trusting the process. Oh, Factor, dude. Man, that makes some good food. Oh, gosh. I am nearly 100 pages in. I am taking my sweet bippity time with this book. I've been reading through this at a snail's pace. I'm not excited. I'm not interested. I'm not going to say at all. It's interesting the way Riley Sager is kind of setting things up. And I mean what? I'm on chapter 13, page 110. I'm over 100 pages, and I'm not as excited as I thought I'd be. For that reason, because I'm in the mood for something else, I'm going to follow that gut instinct, and I will soft DNF this. So that leaves me with a dilemma. Now in the middle of 3 books. Why do I do that to myself? Thankfully, all the books that I am currently reading, they're all different genres by completely different authors. So it's really easy to distinguish where I'm at. And all 3 of them, I am barely over 100 pages. Of all 3 books that I'm reading right now, there's one that I keep thinking about, that I'm like, that kind of takes priority because I started it before the other 2. Can you believe it? Ian is finally reading November 22nd, 1963. That made me sweat. Anywho, I am currently sitting on chapter 5, page 99. For those of you who don't know what this book is about, this is Stephen King's magical realism historical fiction surrounding the assassination of John F. Kennedy. This, of course, is time travel. This has a romance subplot, as most of his non-horror effects have. I'm not gonna put this off any longer. So let's read this instead. Maybe I'll come back to this in this video. Depends. I am probably gonna be sick tomorrow as well. So. You know that book tag question and or book shorts / book talk question? What is a book that you put off for too long? This right here is what I've been missing. You know, you guys know me. I'm a big Stephen King fan. He's my favorite author. Usually his books rank among the top that I read every month, if I read one that month, which I have tended to read one almost every month since I picked up the first book. I knew this book was beloved, and I know a lot of people in my comment sections and a lot of YouTubers that I look up to really love this book. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. You know what? No, I will. He time travels back to 1958. And that immediately got my mind thinking back to It. That beautiful, amazing book. And I thought, okay, 1958. I know Stephen King likes to do a lot of crisscrossy timeliney stuff, especially after reading The Dark Tower. This, some of the most impressive meta writing, period. Oh, but then he says he has to go to Derry. And I thought, 1958? You say. Oh, Derry! 1958, you say. I didn't know what to expect, but I got so much more than what I wanted. He mentioned events that happened in It. He met Beverly and Richie. Not gonna lie, I got emotional because I loved It so much and revisiting these sweet young people again. And then they mentioned Ben Hanscom, and then they mentioned Georgie Denborough. I could not be more blown away. But I didn't see Derry and the people from Derry in 1958 coming back to life in this novel. If you're a fan of this book and you love this book and you haven't read It, do it. Read It and then read part 2 of this book, because that's the timeline that it follows. And if you've read It and not this, this makes me want to reread that book so bad. Just wow. I'm currently on chapter 8 on page 157. I really don't know when this video is going to end. It's really just a sick days vlog, so just bear with me. This is already shaping up to be, this may end up being one of my favorite books of all time. Is this man being taunted by Pennywise? I'm sorry to spoil anything. I'm not going to go any further. People who've read both books, or people who've read It, you'll know this gives me some excitement. And from inside the pipe, deep in that oversized bore, something moved and shuffled. Come in and see, that something seemed to whisper in my head. Never mind all the rest of it, Jake. Come in and see. Come in and visit. Time doesn't matter in here. In here, time just floats away. Okay, the word floats is a very creepy thing. In the book, It, we all float down here. The fact that he is, oh my, cheers to you, Stephen. Cheers to you, my good sir. I can't. Ha! This is a weird angle. Come on. I feel like garbage, but when has that ever stopped me? Never. Oh my goodness. This book. This book. Holy crap. Holy crap. I made it to part 3. Again, this is one of those books that I feel like only Stephen King could have written. Only his ingenious mind and his brilliant talent could have conjured a book like this. I love how comical it is. I love how everything doesn't go right the first time. It shows that he's going to have to do this multiple times before he actually gets it right, or if he even does it correctly, like ever. What he's attempting to do, I think this is marvelous. I'm exhausted and I need to go to bed. I will see you in the morning and we'll end this vlog together. Good night. Hello. What is going on? This is another day of me being sick. Yep, that's right, folks. Oh my gosh. Excellent novel so far. He holds nothing back and he never slows down, and even his bigger books, always his bigger books, are just so entertaining. They're just so amazing. They're so fast paced. They're just better than anything else around. But folks, right now I am gonna import some footage. This footage, because this video is coming up real soon, and I actually kind of have a deadline for it, so I need to get the editing process started. Not much is gonna happen today. Editing, reading, eating food, trying to get better. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I still feel like freaking garbage. I definitely look like it, I'm sure. Let's recap it. So, I started Final Girls. I got to chapter 13, page 110. I'll finish this probably before the next wrap up that I do. I picked this back up. Where I stopped, I was on page 99, and now I'm on page 225. Made more headway in this a handful of hours than I did with this in 2 whole days. That's the game other authors play when coming up against Stephen King in my book. So, folks, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me while I've been sick. I'm sure it's been fun for you. It's been fun talking to you, but it also has been very painful. What am I looking for? Thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video. Remember, head to factor75.com and use the code Gubeli50. Again, that's Gubeli50, or click the link below to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month's orders. I forgot the word. I'll catch you in the next one.